Hey guys, how's it going? It's Invicta TV here, and I wanted to bring this video today showing off the map Anomaly, which I haven't played on in quite a while for Trials of Osiris, but I am playing things differently. I am running, in this current game, I'm running Voidwalker with Blink. I've recently tried out some Blink myself. I'm running Mida, because I saw somebody doing some real work with Mida on this map. I know Mida's already pretty broken. I complain about it often enough, and I think Mida can... in this meta, the biggest thing that causes a lot of deaths for me is missing shots. But not just missing shots, but like missing shots that I'm not actually missing. You know, ghost bullets, in-air shots, etc. Like, and Mida's such a consistent weapon. It's so easy to hit those headshots, hit at least body shots. It's so easy to connect the bullets to your targets at any range, you know, max range, close range, whatever. And it's all about, like, if you can land your shots, which I can, then you can get the kills relatively easily. And I've been playing, like I said, Blink, Voidwalker rather. For this game specifically, I do actually end up going to Blade Dancer the next day. I'm thinking I prefer Blade Dancer. Skip grenades are so broken. Axiom bolts are pretty good, but the damage can be avoided. I prefer that guaranteed damage. But moving on, let's get into the play-by-play. Obviously been a little bit too aggressive in certain moments here, but I'm going to go ahead and repeat this, see how things are. I do have that Axiom bolt at the ready. I saw the guy up there this time. I go ahead and in there, and I go ahead and go for the crouch. I do manage to get the shots off in time because of the crouch. I think it helped a lot. Made it only a body. Maybe you would have gotten a headshot. I don't know, things like that. Now, I did try to challenge when I was already weak, and the collapse did not happen as I was trying to kill a second guy, which I thought he would have been distracted. I pushed in weak, that's why, because I thought he would be distracted. It looks like Nerve and Yitzel got basically 1v2'd. I don't know if a nade was popped, but that was something that we should have had, and definitely just fell on maybe trying to do it a little too fast because I had one down. And so maybe they played a little too aggressive in the situation, and they shouldn't. That nade was stupid right there. It was totally angling sideways, but oh well. We had to reform. We had to change, go back. I do call out to cycle over here to Mohawk and to push Rover. I got the first guy pretty weak. He had to backpedal. The second guy didn't really have a chance to take a hit on me, and that was the kind of laning moment that I think Mida is really fucking strong on, and that is you know, the distances, the head glitches. Like, it was a small crack for me to a large crack for me to shoot through, but if he had like a hand cannon on, it would have been a small crack for him to shoot through. And to land 3 consistent headshots in the time it takes me to land, you know, these 4 quick headshots, like with Mida, my gun is vastly superior in this setup. Now, I'm not over pushing here. I'm making sure to play real slow that I can stay alive. I'm just kind of keeping them at bay. Look at these insane shots you can land with Mida that you would not be able to land with a hand cannon. That was super unfortunate. You guys saw that fusion grenade actually bounced off the ground and landed on Yetzel to stick him when the guy was one shot. Now, trying to push in here, I want to make sure I get this round. I go ahead and go for the Nova Bomb. There's no reason to risk anything. I know it's a 2v2. I was afraid that he was going to go in and smash. It did look like he started to make that motion, but instead I just go for the secured round. 5 kills that round, big plays. But it was so much better for me to use my Nova Bomb in that situation to guarantee the round. The momentum swing is so much better. If it was a 3-1 game instead, things can start going very differently. And don't be afraid to use your supers in those kinds of moments. I immediately I see that guy in that back spot, head glitching me like crazy. That is a crazy snipe angle for pushing bend. So I immediately call out, go the hell the other way, because there's no way we're doing that. That is way too risky. Nerf got a little bit weak there from that nade. I can't seem to hit this nade. Kind of upsetting. There we go. But yes, I'm going to try to head glitch this table. He backed up, actually. But there was another guy there on the right that I did not see. I thought there was only one on the left, or on the right there. So I made a mistake. I've over pushed. I had to commit once I started getting hit in the foot. But instead I used my blink to backpedal back like that, just perfectly enough. I knew my distancing. You know, blink is not new to me. I haven't done it in a couple years, but I know my distancing with this thing. So I blinked behind that other rock, and basically just baited those 2 players into dropping the guard to Yetzel and Nerve and try to put my own chip damage in, and it worked out pretty well. A terrible situation until we won the round pretty easily, so that was good. Nerf got the cross here over on room 1. I'm pushing aggressively. I see that guy right there in front of me. There's no way I was going to take the time to aim up, especially against sticky grenades or super. I wasn't sure if he was Smash or Sunsing or Sunbreaker or whatever. So I immediately just go for the blink over his head. I wasn't going to take that melee fight against a Titan like that when I was delayed because I was sprinting into the action and he was kind of more at the ready to fight. Now, it's 4-2. We have lead. We have the game going right now. Unfortunately, they popped hammers. You don't hear hammer, right? Wait for it. There it goes. You hear the hammer popped right there? How does that make any sense? The game completely glitched out on us, and because he's lagging, and I don't know if that was some kind of lag switch, but yeah, his hammer pop sound did not happen for 10 seconds. He threw silent hammers at both Yetzel and Nerf. That's insane. That's totally not right, obviously. I killed one, I halved another, but unfortunately I'm going to have to back out of the situation without taking any casualties, or without making them take any casualties. I'm trying to lane. Hopefully this guy goes special. He does not seem to go in special. They're going to play back. It's okay though, that I'm not really like giving them much super energy because they're basically already at supers. They already got the orbs off hammer, etc. Obviously it's getting closer to another hammer, but it's more important for me to try to make a play or to try to get some kills and get my own super up than it is to risk giving him some. I could have actually done a little bit more there perhaps if I had landed exactly behind the Mohawk there like I thought I was. Unfortunately I did not. I was a little bit too much to the side and they got just a pulse angle on me. Now, I'm going to look over here at tabletop because this is the way they've been pushing recently. I'm going to go ahead and throw that nade out there, way deep in there, so that way hopefully it starts chasing someone. It did chase somebody, but unfortunately he was able to shade step out of it. There goes the tether. They tethered up on tabletop. Nerve can get out of that. Oh, he could not get out of that actually. Unfortunately, I thought he was going to be able to, but they must have pushed him really fast after. Yetzel, therefore, had hammers out on them back here and did not connect with anything, unfortunately. Like what should have been a good situation, we've got hammers pop. They tethered the wrong direction, turned into still just colossal failure. We didn't capitalize on the situation, unfortunately. It does look like Yetzel actually did get one with the hammers, but unfortunately I think he got killed trying to go for the second. He got stuck. That's what it was. Yeah, he got stuck, and he was able to basically get really shut down because of that. I mean, sticky grenade steel deals half your health or 100 points of damage when you're in super, so if you get stuck and you're weak really at all, it's basically a kill. I do try to get this Axiom Bolt to follow that guy. Boom, got the kill on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this orb. I want to make sure I get it. I go ahead and go for the Nova Bomb on the other two and shut them down. There was no need to play that any differently, and I had that Nova Bomb early because I did try playing out that one round. I got it as soon as I could, and even though we had a sketchy finish, they started to come back. I wanted to get that Nova Bomb in there, make sure they get shut down, at least one, maybe two. That would just be 3v1. I think one of the guys didn't even pop a super, basically, and that's why I went for the Nova in as well. I didn't want him to pop some kind of super. But oh well. This is, like I don't think I ended up saying it, this was a stacked card, but we are playing, like I did a carry to start off, and then we started playing on 9-0 cards specifically, so that way we're matching other sweats, we're matching people that have been flawless, we're not trying to take on people that are at the bottom of cards. Even that being said, like, if we beat you at the bottom of a card, like, you probably don't get to go flawless anyway, but we're trying not to be those kinds of scumbags. We're not 3-0 resetting like that. We're not doing anything like that. We are trying to play hard teams. We're trying to play stacked versus stacked in trials. We're trying to play where people feel like it matters and gets that adrenaline going, and learn more as a team, work together. And I think it's a fair experience. I think it is. I think it's a fair experience if you specifically stay on a 9-0 card. To do this, to play trials when you already have gotten your flawless completed, or you don't need your flawless completed, or to just 3-0 reset. I think that's scumbaggy. I think it's stupid. It takes away from your accomplishments. Like, okay, you're doing it to beat easy kids all day. There's no real point. But to do this on a full card, while I'll accept that perhaps it can be scumbaggy, like, I'm just looking to play. I'm looking to play with my friends. I'm looking to play with my team. I'm looking to get better. And this is one of the best ways I can do it, is to really, while Trials of Osiris may not be the most competitive game type, and I know a lot of, casual players are probably hating that statement. They're like, Bungie has come out and said it, that, Trials of Osiris is the only competitive mode. It's like, yeah, that's not how that works. Just because Bungie says something doesn't make it competitive in the slightest. It's one of the least competitive game modes. And that is universally agreed upon with the top tier players. And who has more weight? Top tier players who know what they're talking about, or casuals who look up to these top tier players and just try to emulate? So moving forward past that, Trials of Osiris may not be the most competitive game mode, but it still has a lot for people. It still is an area where people want to push and want to try to do better, and it's what we can use to practice certain levels of thought, certain both passive and aggressive play styles. It's a good way to practice decision making and prioritization, having only one life and revives and all that sort of stuff. It's still a good environment to get better within, and you can take those learned skills into other game modes and whatnot, despite it not being the same exact game type or the same exact pacing as other things. And who's to say that Destiny 2 won't have some sort of competitive mode, truly competitive mode, similar to Trials of Osiris or similar to Elimination in general. So it's good to get that. Yeah, it's good to get that practice in. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing some stacked gameplays and playing with the team and trying to get better. And that way I can bring that forward into Destiny 2 and future endeavors with my team. And I'd say now is the time to do so. We're just in that waiting game. We're just waiting for Destiny 2 beta. We're waiting for Destiny 2 after that. And now's the time to sit there and improve and grind. So without further ado, guys, this has been Invicta TV. And I'm out. Bye.
If you guys are looking to support my work, please head over to patreon.com/InvictaTV. You can subscribe for $5 to participate in a monthly giveaway of $50 or more, as well as earn double the chance on Trials of Osiris raffles over on my Twitch. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate the support.